In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make cookie dough that you can safely eat straight out of the bowl, and also 4 other ways to use it to make truly decadent desserts. To make edible cookie dough, you'll need these ingredients, and the recipe is also written out on BritishGirlBakes.com. The butter needs to be at room temperature, so take it out of the fridge a few hours before you do this. The flour needs to be baked to kill any germs, and to do that, dump it onto a baking tray and shake the tray to spread it out into a thin layer. Put it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius for 5 minutes, and then let it cool. You'll need a mixing bowl and spoon, or you can use an electric mixer. Mix the butter and both kinds of sugar to make a creamy mixture, and you'll need the butter to be at room temperature to achieve this. Add vanilla and mix it in, and then add the flour, and as you stir it in, you'll notice that the dough is very dry and crumbly, not like the cookie batter you sneak a taste of when you're baking. Don't panic, add the milk and you'll see the texture change to become doughy and delicious. If you're enjoying this tutorial, please click the thumbs up button to like it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for a new cake decorating tutorial every week. Now add chocolate chips or sprinkles, or for this batch I'm adding Halloween chocolates and candy. You can eat this straight out of the bowl, or try one of these ways to make a cookie dough dessert. To incorporate cookie dough and cupcakes, bake a batch of cupcakes as normal, and once they're cool, scoop a hole out of the middle of each one, holding a knife at an angle to cut a cone shape, not going all the way down to the bottom of the cupcake. Take a spoonful of cookie dough and roll it between your hands into a ball, however big you want it to be, and push it into the hole. I like a lot of cookie dough. Pipe frosting onto the cupcake, wrapping it around the cookie dough and spiraling up over the top of it, piping a swirl as normal, using a tip like this 1M star tip. When you bite or cut into the cupcake, you'll find this ball of deliciousness right in the middle. You can turn cookie dough into frosting by mixing equal parts of cookie dough and buttercream. You'll need plain cookie dough, without any chunks of chocolate or candy, so if you like, you can set aside some for this before adding those treats to the rest of your batch. I'm using my 4-minute buttercream for this, and the recipe link is in the video description. When you mix this together, it will be silky smooth, and you'll be able to pipe it beautifully. If you had chocolate chips in the cookie dough, those would get wedged in the piping tip and block the frosting as you pipe. This frosting tastes just like cookie dough scooped out of the bowl, but with the addition of buttercream, it's even creamier, and since it's smooth enough to pipe, it looks beautiful too. Make little bites of cookie dough to serve as they are or to decorate a cake, scooping it up with a tablespoon and leveling it off with a spatula or knife so that every ball is the same size. Roll it into a ball, and I've put sprinkles in this batch of cookie dough, but this would work with chocolate chips, candy, or whatever you want to use. After rolling all of your balls, put them in the fridge until you're ready to serve them or decorate with them so that they firm up and hold their shape. To decorate a cake with them, pipe some swirls of buttercream on top of your cake, and straight away, while the buttercream swirls are still soft and sticky, press a ball down onto each one to attach it. To use cookie dough as a filling, the easiest way is to make discs, which you can stack between the layers of cake. Use a piece of cling film or saran wrap to line the pan you use to bake your cake, pushing it down to cover the bottom of the pan, and drape up over the sides of the pan. Grab a handful of cookie dough and push it down into the pan, pushing it right up to the edges so that the cookie dough filling will be exactly the same size as the layers of cake you baked. Try to get the top flat so you'll have an even surface at the end. Fold the plastic wrap over the cookie dough so it doesn't dry out. You can make several of these at the same time using several pans, or by making the next disc on top of this one. Put the pan with the cookie dough inside it, into the fridge or freezer for about 30 minutes to harden. When you're ready to assemble your cake, take the pan out and lift up the wrapped cookie dough and unwrap it, and it will be a firm disc that you can move around easily. Spread some buttercream onto your first layer of cake to act as glue, and then press your cookie dough disc down onto it. You can do this with cookie dough with chocolate chips or any other chocolate or candy, and you can use any flavour of frosting too. For this cake, I'm using caramel buttercream. Spread some more buttercream on top of the cookie dough to attach the next cake layer, and repeat to assemble your cake. It's best to store this in the fridge because of the butter and milk in the cookie dough, but I recommend taking the cake out of the fridge 2 to 4 hours before you cut into it, so that the cookie dough and cake and frosting come to room temperature when it tastes best, and it's also easier to slice it then, instead of when it's cold and hard. When you cut a slice, the layers look pretty and delicious. This is almost everyone's favourite flavour. I hope you enjoy this cookie dough, whether you eat it straight out of the bowl or use it in a dessert. I'd love to see what you make, so please tag British Girl Bakes in your photos on Instagram so I can see. Thanks for watching! Remember to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for a new cake decorating tutorial every week.